The Internet Archive, look at that flashbang, loses court appeal in fight over online lending library. The dispute started in the early days of the pandemic when the organization expanded access to a free online collection of books. I think this is also really silly. My eyes! When libraries across the country temporarily closed in the early days of the pandemic, the Internet Archive, an organization that digitizes and archives materials like web pages and music, had the idea to make its library of scanned books free to read in an online database. The question of that library's legality became a long-running saga that may have finally ended on Wednesday, when an appeals court affirmed that the Internet Archive violated copyright laws by redistributing those books without a licensing agreement. The decision by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit in Manhattan is a victory for the major book publishers that brought the lawsuit in 2020, and could set a precedent over the lawfulness of broader digital archives. Isn't there literally a Minecraft world of a library that has a fuck ton of books in it? Or did that get shut down too? Did that also get shut down? I can't remember. A reminder, left or right, hating Chuck Wendig brings everyone together. I don't even know who Chuck Wendig is. Yes, it was. No, it's still live. Okay, alright. I kind of want access to that Minecraft world. I think that would be really fun to go through, because that library looked fucking enormous. I don't know how to get access to the Minecraft library world, though. Steam should have a rollback feature. Hard agree. Hard agree. The most Redditor white man to ever suffer existence. Malcolm Liang, thank you for the 5. Making education free and more accessible by removing access to free books. It's a little weird, honestly. Oh, Wendig kicked it off, but this was always going to happen. The defendant attempted to do what no one had done before, which was to call unauthorized distribution of entire books lending without permission. Said Maria A. Palante, president of the Association of American Publishers, which helped coordinate the industry response. Obviously, we are delighted with the decision, she said. A federal court ruled against the Internet Archive in March 2023, and the archive removed many works from its online library of books. It appealed the decision last September. A final appeal could potentially be taken to the Supreme Court. In a statement, the Internet Archive said it was reviewing the court's opinion and will continue to defend the rights of libraries to own, lend, and preserve books. In its appeal, the nonprofit argued that its free digital library was protected by so-called fair use laws, and that scanning the books was a transformative use of the material done in the public interest. The court firmly rejected that claim. I feel like that was a bad claim. I feel like just scanning the book and doing nothing else with it would not work under, like, fair use for transformative content. So that was an unfortunate way to try and defend themselves. Doge Insights are fucked. They took our porn! To construe the Internet Archive's use of the works as transformative would significantly narrow, if not entirely eviscerate, copyright owners' exclusive right to prepare derivative works, the decision said. We were to approve Internet Archive's use of the works. Raid. What the hell is this? Spicy? To construe the Internet Archive's use of the works as transformative would significantly narrow, if not eviscerate, copyright owners' exclusive right to prepare derivative works.
All of the men I like dick!
That is a derivative work. MJKB92! Thank you for the 5 gift subs! Thank you! Thank you! She doesn't hate you. She just hates the means of communicating with you. That has nothing to do with you. I just hate the mental capacity it takes to respond to messages. Talking to other humans is terrifying. I just want to hide under my blankets and roll around like an idiot. Love coming in with sounding with pickled peppers. Wouldn't be a Kirsche stream without it. Oh my god. We were to approve IA's use of the works. There would be little, or were we to approve, I can read English. There would be little reason for consumers or libraries to pay publishers for content they could access for free on IA's website. The library existed long before the pandemic, utilizing a system it called digital lending, which allowed users to read copies of scanned books one at a time. The Internet Archive threw out the viewing limits during the pandemic. In a petition to publishers to reverse the lower court's decision, the Internet Archive said it had removed over 500,000 books from its public archive. People are worried about book bannings and the defunding of libraries, but I don't know that there's really an awareness of what's going on in the movement towards license-only access to electronic material. I feel like there shouldn't be a movement towards license-only access to electronic material. If I pay for something online, I should be able to access it forever. And I know this isn't the same exact thing, but I'm thinking about like Amazon, where you pay for Amazon Prime and they're like, hey, you get to access Amazon Prime Video, but only some of the videos. These other videos you have to pay for if you want to rent them. And it's just like, I'm already paying for the Prime. What do you mean? What do you mean I have to pay again for this movie? That's what he's saying. People aren't aware of this shift. I hate it. I hate it. Copyright is way too fucking long. This is true. If buying it isn't owning it, then piracy isn't stealing. That's a good way to phrase it, actually. Prime Video is cool until they put ads on it. They keep jacking up the price of, like, ad-free fucking streaming services. It's kind of grotesque. A Grolgar, thank you for the 5. The main question is, are you going back on side-scrollers before or after Dustbin? I mean, I'll be playing it first, because my first reappearance on side-scrollers is the 26th. These are on Thursdays. Libraries are not just a Netflix reseller of books to their patrons, he added. Libraries have always been more than that. Oh, you're right, I did read that wrong. I thought he was saying that, like... I don't know. I don't know what I thought he was saying, but he is saying that people need to pay more attention to the license-only movement. For some reason, I guess I thought it was, like, saying the opposite. I don't fucking know. My brain kicked in afterwards. You fucking love having to pay for 30 different packages to get access to everything you want to watch? It's really great. I love cable. Tech, thank you for the 5. D&D Dungeon Masters are sad because Kirsche hates them. Poor DMs will never know the love of the Foxu. Who is that? Is D&D Dungeon Masters another podcast? I have not heard of them. What does... Oh, I get your fucking joke, you bitch ass. Oh, God, I do hate the Dungeon Masters. You're correct. I missed your message, which is understandable, so you'll say it one more time. Not even fanfiction is safe. A now-dead author named Anne Rice would sue people if they made fanfiction of her work. How can she sue people if she's dead? Is that like voting when you're dead? Kirsche might break like Savvy did when she played Dustbin. I'm ready for it. I was born in the cringe, molded by it, alright? Oh, when she was alive? Oh, okay. She used to sue people when she was alive. That makes more sense, chat. Libraries are not just a Netflix reseller of books to their patrons, he added. Libraries have always been more than that. Unlike traditional libraries, which pay licensing fees to publishers to make their books available for lending, the Internet Archive acquires copies through donated or purchased books to scan and put online. The nonprofit is also known for the Wayback Machine, a popular database of past web pages. Not just popular, necessary. I wish more people would archive things more often. Miss Palante of the Publishers Association said she hoped the ruling would have implications for artificial intelligence companies that scrape data from book publishers and elsewhere for their products. Hell, potentially undercutting a publisher's so-called derivative rights of what is done with its works. It's not okay to just usurp those derivative rights. And I feel like I'm more on the side of the Internet Archive here. I don't want to lose access to books if a government decides you can't read those. I don't want to lose access to things if they happen to just fall off the face of the earth and nobody knows about them anymore, you know? Do not use Internet Archive to archive. Use other services. They have been known to remove things they do not like. I think that was happening around the Taylor Lorenz case as well. And personally, I use archive.is or Ghost Archive. I think those are both very good services, but I mean, if they aren't working for you, the Wayback Machine is like another option. You're not used to such engaging conversations. You're only used to brain rot. We have brain rot here too, but I'm, I guess for the raiders that are still here, if you haven't watched me before, my name's Kirsche. I talk about retarded things. I also talk about current happenings and news. Welcome. My Kirsche, think of the publishers. They deserve your cash money. I just don't believe you. I just don't believe you. And then Internet Archive here set up we want to hear from you. How does yesterday's opinion from the appellate court affect your reading or research? What does it mean to you that 500,000 plus books are no longer available for lending? Please share your story. And this guy said, Orwell warned us about it, but you can't read him now. And the Internet Archive actually said, that's correct! Publishers removed 1984 from our library. That's kind of funny. I didn't even know this, but this other guy here shows a screenshot that says, 95 years after publication, Animal Farm is protected until 2040, and 1984 until 2044. Literally 1984. Kirsche, they are people, not things. Books are thing!